17, 18,000 votes in Arizona. He's easily gotten his 270. There are going to be no court challenges that are going to change that outcome, and everybody knows it. Now, it's disturbing what's happening in Georgia, but that should be more disturbing to Georgia Republicans, because the fate of the United States Senate and the entire government of the United States of America rests on those two seats. And the two people running are, I think, stand apart as being extraordinarily reckless, saying things that are total lies, and they're attacking, wait for it, a fellow Republican who laughed at the attacks and said they're mad because Trump's lost and they're afraid they're going to lose their seats too. And Willie, it's just so important to remember the rules of all of these elections were put together by Republicans in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in Florida, in Texas, and in Arizona. Every swing state, Republican legislatures put together the rules. And they're being run in Georgia, in Arizona, in Philadelphia by Republicans. So I'm just saying, I know it's maddening. I know we want this to all be over. But it's obvious where this is going to end. No, Donald Trump is not going to steal any elections. He's throwing a tantrum right now, and Republicans are trying to give him space. Should they give him space? No, they should put their country ahead of their country ahead of their party. They're not going to do it, so don't suffer twice. They're not going to do it. But the courts are. They're going to follow the law, and nobody has brought up a single legal challenge. I got to say, the only other thing I'll say is law firms like Jones and Day should be ashamed of themselves if they continue this charade. There's several law firms that are respected law firms that have respected clients, but anybody that carries out this facade and does it for money when they know there are no, unless they have legitimate challenges, if they have legitimate challenges, bring it up. But if you're acting for a shield for a president who's trying to undermine democracy and our elections, it's time to slowly step away and tell the president goodbye.
I was getting the same text you were yesterday, Joe, which I wouldn't call them panicked. I would say the concern was a little elevated. Is this really happening? Seemed to be the theme. Are we going to lose this thing? Joe Biden remains today what he was on Saturday at 11:30 in the morning, the president-elect of the United States. He just is. Now, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot going on. As you say, the courts already have held up, so they will continue to hold up in the face of these challenges because there's not evidence being put forward. Even the two Georgia senators who asked for the Secretary of State in their own state to step down because of the way the elections have been run. He said, I'm not stepping down. That's a fantasy. Didn't provide any evidence. They just threw it out into the atmosphere. And the argument is, as Casey Hunt will tell us in a minute when she joins us, is that Mitch McConnell is so focused on those two Georgia Senate seats. He's doing this to fire up the base and get people out so he can keep the majority in the Senate. Well, at what cost is he doing that? He's firing up the base to hold on to two seats, which he should hold anyway, quite frankly, at the cost of creating this confusion and this doubt about our electoral process where there isn't any. As you say, the margins are so much bigger this time than they were, obviously, in 2000 when it was only 537 votes. It's not comparable, but there are a lot of Republicans. There is an attorney general who are indulging this tantrum. I don't think any three of us or any parent watching this show would allow the tantrum to go on like this, or to allow the toddler to continue to scream at the top of the lungs and then go into the room and say, what more can I get for you? That's not how you're supposed to do it, but it's the way they're handling it. It's the way Mitch McConnell's doing it. It's the way some Republican senators are doing it. It's the way the GSA, the office that ensures a smooth transition, is handling it. It's obviously the way President Trump is handling it by firing his Secretary of Defense. Create chaos, create doubt. It's on us to stay focused. It's on the country to stay focused and know the truth and tell the truth about what's happening in a fair electoral process. As Republican secretaries of state and Republicans on electoral boards have told us again and again and again, there is nothing shady here. In fact, this was a smooth election that Joe Biden won.